so it didn't look good, so I had to rip that up, which took forever, but now I've knitted it again.
Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kika and oh boy, today I have such an exciting collaboration to share with you. This is something that has been in the works for almost the past year and somehow I've been able to not talk about it, but now it's finally out. So I have teamed up with Novita. Novita is a Finnish yarn brand and I've really grown up with them ever since I was a child. They're huge here in Finland and they have recently launched a new line of super luxurious yarns called the Signature Collection. And for this, they asked me if I want to design something with their brand new yarns. And I mean, this is really a dream come true just because I live in Finland, you know, my Finnish roots, and just being a knitter and getting to team up with them and their brand new launch of this brand new yarn series. So it's been really an honor and a pleasure. And I'm sitting here wearing my newest design. It's called the Slow Travel Sweater. And this is, well, in this video, I wanted to share some full details behind the design story for this, how it came to life, if you will. Also, I am sitting here in my brand new studio, still quite empty, but I have my couch. I have my yarn, so what more do you need? Actually, this isn't the first video I filmed here. I filmed the video already last week for the seashore blouse and dress tutorial, which I am releasing next week. So I've already gotten a little bit of feel for this new place, but yeah, I'm just so excited. It feels so good to be here because in my previous studio, it was basically kind of a store space situation, so people were just walking past all the time, which in the beginning maybe didn't bother me as much, but then when I would be filming and trying to concentrate and then people are passing by and looking inside all the time, I would just notice my concentration being really poor. So I'm just so happy this is very close to where we live. It's on the 5th floor, windows all over, it's bright, it's light, and I don't have anybody peeping in, so it's perfect. But I want to share more about that very soon once I also get just things organized in here a little bit. But this, yeah, so I've been designing the Slow Travel Sweater, and it all started back in February, where I started to knit this, the sample, make the patterns, all the preparation. So I've done 2 designs. This is the first one. And the name Slow Travel comes from, so there are a lot of intricate cables going on in this one. And I really wanted to create something that will keep the knitter engaged, that invites you on a slow travel journey, because with knitting, and I think probably from being on social media and being influenced maybe sometimes and maybe feeling the pressure of this productivity hype that I think sometimes can feel a little overwhelming, because I think, well, knitting is obviously a very slow craft, and then sometimes I at least feel the pressure of I should be producing more, I should be finishing all those works in progress, and my mind races, I have so many ideas, so many things I want to knit. But I thought I would take a bit of a different route on this and actually embrace the slowness of it and embrace kind of, well, this is, I wouldn't say it's very complicated, but it's still, you have the charts that are evolving all the time. So yeah, that's the kind of where I set out with this. I also have tried some new techniques. It's the first time I tried a horizontal braid, which is so cool. I think this is a technique that I definitely want to incorporate in more designs. And obviously this yarn, so I have chosen to work with their yarn called Novita Helen and Novita Edit. So these are yarns that just go beautifully together. So the Novita Helen yarn is a merino wool, but it's combined then with some silk and super kid mohair. And I don't know, this is just so genius. Like, why has nobody done this before? Or I'm sure there are yarn brands that have done this before, but I haven't seen lots of these yarns before where you have actually the silk mohair in the yarn itself. So I love to use silk mohair paired with like a merino or an alpaca because you get that nice little fuzzy sheen and halo. But this has it in itself, so it's built in, which is just, yeah, genius, and it's so soft, and the colors are just gorgeous. So I definitely wanted to work with that, and then I did actually also end up pairing it with a yarn strand of the Edith silk mohair to give it even more of like a fuzzy sheen, and I just think it brings out these cables in such a nice way. With this design, I had one major issue, and I'm gonna talk about that. But first, let me show you and take you back to February when I started to knit this, and just take you along behind the scenes of the process.
Show you what I'm currently working on. This is a very exciting moment because I'm also going to try it on. I'll show you that as well. So I am really trying to create a bit of a showpiece with cables and bubbles. I have begun working this, just did like a 2x2 rib and a pretty narrow or tight-fitting neckline, and I've been making lots of swatches and things just to try to find out like a good balance of the cables and like things going on, but let me try it on. Okay, this is how it looks so far. I'm really excited because this feels like something new, like something I haven't really designed before. And yeah, I really wanted to make it like this here. So something happens sort of along the shoulders, and then I'm envisioning this section, like there's still gonna be a bit more cables, they're gonna develop a little bit more, and then like a last bottom section, and then really like long, elegant sleeves. I've been enjoying working with these Novita yarns so much. I mean, this is just super soft, and it's just, you know, when something really feels good to work on your needles. So it's been like a super enjoyable process, not only because it's very engaging, because I'm a little bit designing at the same time, even though I made the charts, but you know, just, you know, being able to modify, I can do kind of decisions as I see it grow on my needles, but really eager to see how it's gonna unfold. And I'm gonna take you along and see where it goes from here. I am in the bathroom, not the prettiest setup, but I'm going to try on now the sweater. I have worked the collar and I'm almost finished with the body. So my initial idea that the cable will change all the time, I have stuck to that. I did have to rip back a large section that I did because it was just too, like the balance wasn't, it was kind of off. I added way too much stuff like down just that, like the belly part, so it didn't look good, so I had to rip that hop, which took forever, but now I knitted it again, kept it simple, kept true to the theme. Oh, I think I'm gonna lose some stitches here now, it feels like. Okay, this is so exciting to see now the length of it. It's so much better now. I'm so happy that I ripped it up. I feel, yeah, I have faith in this again.
Often when I design something, I'm a pretty intuitive knitter, so I really like to see something grow on my needles, and then even though I have an idea of how it's gonna be, then when I see it in real life, I will probably adapt and modify. So with this one, I had already done all the charts for the entire front body, and I knitted, I would say, almost the entire body. I will put in photos here, but I did a horrible mistake of, you can see here at my belly, there was just so much texture, and I realized, and I don't understand how I didn't realize this as I was knitting it, I realized that this just is not very flattering to have all this bulky texture just at that part of like the mid body or the belly. And I asked many people for their opinion, like, what do you think? I asked Yuki, like, what do you think? Is this okay? Like, it's kinda like, oh, like just because, you know, that took me days to knit all that. But then I was just like, no, it's not great. It doesn't look good. Like the balance is just off. So I had to rip all that up. Days and days of work, and days of work while having a small child. So Edwin was, well, he was just turning 1 around this time, but just knitting time is very limited. It's still very limited, even though now Edwin is at daycare, so I have more times here during the day. But oh, yeah, that was just very frustrating. But of course I knew like I wanted to get it right. So I am happy I did frog, and yeah, decided to just, you know, I have to modify, I have to redo my plan and go back to the drawing board with it.
Hello from my office. I am here just finishing up now the pattern for the sweater. I have blocked it even though it's not ready yet. So I finished one of the sleeves and I'm gonna try it on now, and I actually begun the other sleeve. So one sleeve is blocked and the body, and the other isn't, but we're gonna see, we're gonna try it on and see how it looks. Blocking made, I think, a huge difference. There are people literally walking by my office all the time, but I don't care. I'm gonna strip here anyways. Wow. Oh, okay, it's looking really good. Oh, wow. Okay, blocking really made a huge difference. Oh, I love this sleeve. It is so nice. I was a little bit afraid of the color being very high up, but that was also what I wanted for this. I wanted to have like a pretty kind of high neckline, but yeah, I think it looks really, really gorgeous if I say so myself. I think it's really elegant. There's something like different in this design, so I'm really happy, I'm pleased about that.
I have to say, even though there were some challenges, and yes, this is a project that, you know, it took me a fair amount of time. It's definitely not like a quick knit to work, but you know, I have to say, often the designs that take the most effort out of me as a knit designer tend to be the ones that just become like my favorites, and also in lots of cases your favorites. So with this one, even though there were some challenges, I just feel like it's so satisfying when you then, you had a vision, some things went along in the way. Also with the sleeves, for a long time I didn't really know what kind of sleeves I wanted, but I'm so glad that I chose this 2x2 rib, and they have this little flare thing because they have like vertical braid here at the end as well, so it kind of flares out a little bit. And I'm just really happy with these small little details in this one that just makes it stand out, and it feels like it's something new, something that I haven't really done before, because I also feel like as a knit designer, it's kind of easy to just fall into the same old habits of designing. So you know, maybe often designing like a raglan shaping, or you know, specific things that you prefer, and you know kind of how it works, which is also nice because then you can always, yeah, just kind of focus on the details and refining that. But with this one, I'm just really glad that I took some risks with it, because I really wasn't sure how it's gonna turn out. I also just can highly recommend, obviously, you to try out these new Novita yarns. And my pattern, the Slow Travel Sweater, it's over on Ravelry. It's also at kutovakika.com and also at Novita in their web shop. And there you'll actually get the pattern for free if or when you purchase the yarns for it. So this one is used, I've used Novita Helen and Novita Edith held together, and they have just such a nice color palette of these to choose from, and they are just, I mean, the texture and the stitch definition is just beautiful in these ones. I'm somebody who, like, I'm not super sensitive to itchiness, but I'm also not somebody who can just wear, you know, like silk mohair straight on my skin. So I'm definitely gonna wear, I think, something like a t-shirt underneath. My arms aren't as sensitive, but you know, silk mohair can be a little scratchy. I definitely feel this is one of the softest silk mohairs I have tried, but I'm just that way that I can't wear it just like with nothing underneath. And I also, in this video, I've showed some of the other yarns that they have in the signature collections. For example, Line did a collaboration with them. They are so beautiful. So Line is actually my publisher that I published my latest book, Knits to Wear with, and they've done a collaboration with Novita as well. And Jonna, who's the founder of Line, she was really involved in the process of just bringing this yarn to life. And this one has Falkland wool, blue-faced Leicester, and blue-faced Kerry Hill, which I don't know, is blue-faced Leicester? Is that how you say it? I'm not sure, but it's very luxurious, and the colors are also just spot on. Have these kind of heritage feeling, but still, like for example, this pink, I really want to knit something with, and I'm now in the process of designing the next launch of with Novita. So I think I might be using this for it. They also have a yarn that I actually haven't, I've only done some swatches, but I haven't tried it yet, which is this Novita Aino, which is like a fluffy blown alpaca yarn. Also super, super soft. I would love to knit like a chunky, just cozy sweater with this. I think this is also so versatile and can be used for so many things. And this is really, yeah, just so soft, like it does not itch or irritate the skin at all. And also perfect for like quick projects. And then obviously, well, the ones that I've talked about and showed you here in this video already. So the Novita Helen and Novita Edith, yeah, definitely go and check them out. I'll put links in the description below for them. And if you want to go and check out the Slow Travel Sweater, I'll put links for that one as well. I hope you enjoyed my little behind the scenes story of this. And I'll be sharing more on my office. I'll be sharing my other design that I did with Novita as well in a coming video in a few weeks. And as always, you can come and say hi. I'm over at Kutovakika on Instagram. Come over there, say hi, come and check out what I'm working on behind the scenes. And I will see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.
Where is the camera thing? Ja, ser man den?